Alex didn't notice the crowd until she was already in it. As she was about to open a text sent by her faithful gossip mongers, which, she would later learn, was about this very fight, she looked up to see the new girl's fist catch Olive's cheek, hard enough to knock her sideways. Another punch, and she hit the floor. Continuing to walk to chemistry was never an option. Alex stopped and stared at the first fight she'd seen that wasn't on cable. Clementine, she remembered, watching new girl climb on top of Olive and keep punching. Clementine or something. It was hard not to remember the girl who showed up a month late to junior year. On her first day, Clementine showed up to school in jeans that were ripped in a way that seemed accidental, rather than purposeful like the fashion statements of the other girls, her face stark and clean, her eyes heavy-lidded and aimed straight ahead. Clementine reminded Alex of a bomb, a colorless, odorless gas bomb nobody noticed until it took out the entire city. She was always sitting in class by the time Alex walked in, dark hair buzzed to the scalp, staring straight ahead at the board. She hadn't met anyone's eyes since she'd started coming here. Alex watched as Clementine's gaze burned into the eyes of everyone's favorite class president, fists cracking into her face one after the other, a steady drum of hurt. A crowd had gathered in the wide hallway. It wasn't like crowds on TV. There was no yelling, and no one had their cell phone out to record it. Instead, everyone stood in stunned, appalled silence as Clementine broke Olive's nose with her hard hands. A snap and a scream. Then Clementine stood, barely out of breath. She did not look at the damage she had done to Olive, or at the wreckage of her own knuckles. She did not look at the girls who had gathered around her. She did not, despite Alex's unexpected and inexplicable need for her to, look at Alex. Clementine kept her gaze on the linoleum instead, as she moved through the gap in the crowd. Girls pressed themselves against lockers to get out of the way in case she took a swing at them. Clementine turned the corner into a hall. It didn't lead to an exit. Where was she going? Alex stared at the corner where Clementine had disappeared, as students darted forward to help Olive up off the floor. When she zoned back in, she realized 3 things. 1, her phone was going crazy with texts. 2, she was getting strange looks. And 3, she was grinning hard enough to hurt her cheeks. Alex forced her lips into a more appropriate shape. She could already hear phantom whispers. She must hate Olive. She was so happy to see her get punched. When it wasn't that at all. Still, she didn't want people discussing how excited she was to see someone get the shit kicked out of them. A hand on her shoulder. Alex turned. "Oh my God!" Katie tugged fretfully on her pink hair. "Right?" "Oh my God." Alex agreed. Her phone buzzed in her hand. Girls were already glancing her way, expectant. Katie giggled nervously. "I can't wait to hear what you dig up about this." "I'll get right on it,"